that definitely counts.
Okay.
But cemeteries are parks. And
that'd be crazy
actually,
if there was like if there was like cemeteries and then they had like the little like slides and swing sets and everything.
I don't know. I mean, they should. Like
kids go there and then they're like, "Fuck, this is boring."
Man, you could just take them to like the little kids section.
They're dead. Where all the little dead kids are, and then they have like a playground too.
Yeah, that'd be like perfect decoration.
Like, why wouldn't they? That sounds like a night. Like just going to like the cemetery and you see the swinging at night. Oh, it's kind of sweet. I mean, it's sweet if you think about like.
Oh, like they're having fun in the afterlife.
Yeah, like they you bring them like a swing set, and it's like kind of sweet and endearing, but at the same time also horrifying just to see in general.
Like just knowing that they are using it.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, is this really all we needed to do to prove that ghosts are real? Is put a fucking swing set? Yeah.
Give toys to kids. To
the adult ghosts are like, no, you're blowing our cover. They don't know that we're, but we do know.
Kids give you away.
Yeah, I can't resist.
But it was anyway. So yeah, it turns out like actually, cemeteries are inconvenient parks because they always close at 4 p.m.
I also didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can't have dinner at the cemetery. Only lunch, only breakfast.
Weird that I know that, and I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. And it's never going to, like, you know what? I feel like it's going to, at some point in my life, never going to come up as, like, man, it's a good thing I knew that. And it's more that I'm going to be driving, I'm going to be holding my first child and thinking, like, man, I can't believe, like, this is, I can't believe that.
He's going to die one day? You're going to put suicide?
No.
Oh, shit. Hold on. No, hold on. I just realized where we are.
Where is this?
We just pulled up.
Oh, shit, we're at NASA.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't know. What are the chances that single street would just lead to NASA?
I know.
Like,
I feel like that's like NASA should be harder to get to.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice until we were like leaving and they started sending rockets after us.
I noticed when there was like a full battalion of armed guards started coming to our car.
Yeah, we're like,
because they didn't recognize it.
Yeah. So, anyways, you're going to start. What? Are you supposed to turn? Where?
No. We're fine.
Thank God.
Relax.
Anyway,
we'll find a check cash place soon enough.
So you can't eat dinner.
So anyways, you can't
cemetery.
You can't have dinner at the cemetery.
Okay.
But when I've had breakfast at the cemetery, there's been a couple of times where I've run into wild animals. Like there's deer that live in the cemetery. They're like, and then like they just eat grass, and then they'll like fucking snack on the flowers that people leave at the graves.
Some fucking dickheads.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, sometimes they'll just chill, like, cause like they'll, some gravestones will be like kind of raised, so they'll just like sit on top of them and they're like meditate. Mm-hmm.
Like with their legs crossed?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just like, they're deer, so they just kind of tuck them in.
Oh,
but
right. I guess they are kind of crossed.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I've seen deer, I've seen coyotes too, and then they're just like living in the cemetery, like going about their day. And then like there's no reason for them to be in the cemetery in the middle of the day. It's the only time I've ever seen a coyote in the daytime, like, because they're usually just roaming around at night when there's no one around.
Yeah.
But like, I'm convinced that they live at the cemetery, just like the deer do, because like they're like quiet, peaceful, open nature places. Like, there's no one there to bug them.
Yeah.
And they can roam freely during the daytime.
Yeah.
So they'll nest there and they'll sleep there, and then whenever like it turns nighttime and they're like foraging for food or mice or fucking people or whatever, like they'll
that last one?
And mice.
Yeah, I guess.
And people.
That was the one. Yeah.
That one. Yeah, they'll just like roam the streets like normal, but during the daytime, like their house, their home is at the cemetery. Like they just live among the dead.
Damn, that's
because
deep, dude.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking I mean, can be. I think it's just convenient.
That's
just like the same reason I go to the cemetery. Like they want to have food, they want to have their lunch and not be bothered.
That's true. Oh wait, but why are you going to cemeteries in the first place? Why don't you just go home?
I just want to be out of nature. I want to be like, I don't want to be home.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I'm picking up food and like that gets boring. Like I just go pick up food and then just take it home. Like
yeah.
So I'd rather pick up food and go eat it somewhere out like you would at a park, but parks are either usually crowded or right now they're closed because of the quarantine.
Yeah.
Like so the next best place. Oh, and another thing, don't know why, but cemeteries also have very easily accessible trash cans.
I guess that makes sense, just because they wouldn't want people to have an excuse to be like, oh, I'm gonna just throw this, like leave this here. Because a lot of people will go to cemeteries to like spend the day, like they're like, oh, we're gonna go visit, so and so, or like a deceased family member, and they go and then they have like a picnic there, or like they spend the day there, or at least like a few hours there, with whoever they're visiting, and they don't want to be able to leave trash, or they don't like. It's like you have to kind of assume that people are shitty, and then they're not gonna take their trash with them. So you have to make trash cans like accessible, I guess.
I suppose.
Like just because it's like beaches. Like beaches have trash cans because people will leave their shit. People still leave their shit there. I find a lot of cool stuff at the beach though. Syringes, trash, various trash.
Have you ever gone to the beach with a metal detector and see what you found?
No, I've always wanted to do that. But I don't know. I feel like anytime I find, most of what I find at the beach is trash. Most of the metal that I find are just like empty fucking cans of beer and like bullshit. Syringes. Like that's all I ever find at beaches. Although I do find sometimes kids like lose toys there, and then you're like sand.
Oh,
toys,
like little
shovels, buckets, and shit. And then I'm like, oh, this is cool. Now I can like build something. And then I'm like, I'm 27, and I'm not like, it's not even why I came here. And then I don't. It's just that weird thing of like being a little, like finding something that you would want as a little kid, and you're like, oh, cool, I could have this thing now. And then you realize like you're an adult and you can't, like you don't want it. Yeah. One of the cool things though is like you be an adult and just and like buy candy. Is there something that that you do as an adult that you wish you could have done as a little kid and you do now as an adult? Like for me, it's buy candy.
Buy candy?
Yeah, like I developed a sweet tooth as I got older, because when I was in like my early 20s, like my teens, I didn't really have much of a sweet tooth. Now my cavities are getting even more fucked. And like now I could just go to the store and buy like $10 worth of candy just willy-nilly, and no one can stop me. And I could go home, I could eat candy for breakfast if I wanted to. I don't, because I'm old now.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, because now that I can do it, I don't want to. But
see, I think that's the worst part about it. Like now that you can, you don't want to. Like,
but I do, and I do want to still, because I do eat candy, and I eat candy for breakfast sometimes.
Like I can't eat candy for breakfast. Like that's too much.
Okay, well maybe not candy for breakfast, but is there anything that you do that like you wish, like, man, I wish I could have, like, that when you were a kid you might have thought, like, man, I wish I could do this anytime I want, like buy junk food and just sit and eat just junk food. Now you can do that, and maybe you do that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, is there anything that you do that's like that?
I'm trying to think.
Because I definitely get like that with like junk food. I feel like everyone kind of maybe has something they wish they could do. I know what, for one, me is like staying out really late, or being out really late. I've always when I was a little kid, I'm always wanted to be out really late and be driving around. And now I'm going to the Halloween parties and NASA, getting attacked by NASA.
Yeah, I guess one of the big things was like, it was always video games. Like, I was like, oh man, like I wish I could get that video game. And then like when I was a kid, I was like, you know, I had to wait for my parents to like hopefully buy it for me. And now I could just be like, oh, I'm a working adult. I can go pay for it and buy it. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I don't play video games as much as I used to now. So now it's weird because like I can't even, I'm like, I don't really play video games. It's kind of like a thing that I did when I was a kid. But I do eat candy for breakfast. So I feel like I can't really say much.
Like that's definitely one of them. Like I wanna, like if I wanna play video games, like the other day I was like, oh man, I really wish I could play Luigi's Mansion. And then I was like, oh wait, I can. I have fucking money laying around. I can, and like I'm a working adult. I can go pay for it if I want to, and I did. And I was like, oh cool. And then I played it for 20 minutes. I got bored of it, and then I stopped playing. Like,
man, that's what I call having candy for breakfast.
See, like that's what I mean. Like it kind of sucks because like the things that you wanted to do as a kid, like you can do them now, but now you don't want to do them.
Yeah, that is like that was one thing that like even when like Jasmine pointed out last time was kind of like staying up super late or like staying out really late or partying or doing anything like that. It's like even just within the past couple years, I'm like I don't want to do that. Like I work tomorrow and
I mean you get tired. Like
that's why, but like I remember when I was like 20 and I'm like, fucking let's party for 3 days straight, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't have any feeling in my fingertips. And now I party for a night and I'm hungover all day the next day.
Dude, yesterday I got drunk for the first time in like
you get drunk like every 7 months.
Probably, yeah. I want to say like this whole quarantine happened like probably since March. I think I haven't been drunk since March.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October. that's exactly 7 months.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't been drunk. Like I don't drink.
Yeah. You're no fun. Is I think what you're looking for.
I am a narc, is what they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't really like to drink. Like I drink alcohol, but it's like it's more for like sipping.
Yeah.
Like I'll have wine. I'll have like a whiskey, like at a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah. It's like the thing is if you're gonna drink, you're gonna drink to drink like enjoy that. That's what kind of like before you would ask me like why do you drink these like shitty beers even if you think they're shitty? And I'm like, well, I want to get drunk. And then, but to you, it's like not necessarily. That's not the end goal. It's like to enjoy the drink for what it is, as opposed to trying to get drunk, like drinking to get drunk.
That was another thing. That's a perfect example of something I would fucking love to do as a kid, and I can do it now as an adult. No.
Oh.
Drink soda. I can like I had orange Fanta for breakfast today. And
you get on my case about eating candy for breakfast?
No,
bro, that's like drinking candy for breakfast. That's just so bad for you. I can't even believe you.
Like it's like I can do it. Like I don't like to.
Fucking can.
But I can.
You can drink you could drink a 2 liter as your breakfast.
No one can stop you
except your body.
Yeah, cavities.
I was thinking diabetes. but yeah, like in a lesser sense, yeah, I guess cavities also.
In the short term.
Yeah, like definitely for me, it would be diabetes. Like that was definitely, I would much rather lose a couple teeth than lose my foot.
How come you lose your foot when you get diabetes?
You know what?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah. And I know I could just search it, but I never have and I never will. Because I feel like that information, I don't know, maybe will come to me, probably won't. And I also never remember until I'm talking about it.
Maybe you'll find out and be like, oh man, I lost my foot.
Yeah. Why did you make it sound like I lost my charger? Like I can't fucking find my foot anywhere.
And
I lost my foot.
Like, because I don't know how it happens. Like, it could just pop off one day, or is it more of a like it starts to rot away and then they cut it off?
I feel like it's like a rot away thing.
I don't
it starts
know.
to decay or die, and then they remove it.
Because you're not supposed to feel it, like, right? Like
It's like in Mr. Deeds, how he has his little black foot. You don't remember that?
No.
Where he's like, he can't feel anything, and the butler or whoever starts hitting it. Like he starts stepping on it, and then he hits it with like a fire poker, and like he can't feel anything. I don't know if they ever explained it in the movie, but he definitely can't feel his foot.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but yeah, and that's. I don't know. I feel like you could just. Like, why is it your foot? Like, can you lose a hand? Like,
I think so. Yeah, I think you can just lose like an appendage.
like it just pops off one day.
Actually, you keep saying it. I just told you. I don't know, and I don't think that's what it is. You're like, so it is like pop off? I'm like, I don't know, but I mean, I think it happens to appendages. Well, what happens to it? Do they like pop off or something? I don't fucking know, dude. A pumpkin patch.
Pumpkin patch?
Yeah. Have you ever been to a pumpkin patch?
Yeah, I go every year.
That's cool. I feel like I've been to a pumpkin patch, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of things in my memory that I've blocked out. So who knows?
I go to a pumpkin patch every year, and I always get 2 pumpkins so we can carve, and then 4 smaller, tiny pumpkins that I can just like put around to decorate and keep until next year and forget about.
What happens to them?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Like, pumpkins are just like super resilient. They just don't die.
What do you mean?
Like, I have a pumpkin at home that I got like 2 years ago, just sitting on my mantle, and it's completely fine.
How?
I don't know. Magic? Halloween magic? Like, I don't know.
Pumpkin magic?
Yeah. Like,
It's like
it.
it's like the lobster thing, where it's like if you stop a pumpkin from growing, it'll grow. Once it grows too big, it starts to decay. But if you stop it growing, it stays like that forever, indefinitely.
That's a key to immortality. Lobster and pumpkins. Cool.
You can have that one for free, internet. What are they just like scientists, like some scientist on his break just watching like videos and or like listening to podcasts and he's like, oh my god, I think these guys just figured it out. And the government shows up and fucking shoots both of us in the head.
Just crack the code.
Yeah.
Starts feeding pumpkin to lobsters.
What?
Is that not how that would work?
No, I meant immortality for all of us.
Oh, okay.
Not for fucking lobster, you dumbass.
I thought he was trying to keep the
Like he
lobsters
just
alive.
snaps and he's like, oh my god, I just got it. And then he just tries, he's like, I'm gonna make lobsters immortal, and then that's it. Like that's all it was. Like you combine lobster meat and then like pumpkin meat together, and then you get immortality juice.
He was just trying to figure it out. He was trying to understand. Like, if you make lobsters immortal, you can make everything immortal.
This is a KFC Starbucks.
What the fuck?
I've never seen that. Unless they're...
No, they have to be 2 separate places.
I don't know. Those signs they look together. But maybe they are separate. I want to assume that they're together. I feel like I couldn't... Dude, no, they're separate. I feel like I couldn't eat chicken, fried chicken and coffee.
Fried chicken and coffee?
That sounds awful. Like those don't go together.
I feel like they don't go together, but they can be done.
Anything can
What
be done.
What would you drink with fried chicken?
Fucking like juice. The juice or soda.
Why can't the juice be coffee?
Coffee bean juice.
Yeah.
I don't want fucking bean juice with my fried chicken dope. Like if I think, okay, when I think, like I go to church, I love Church's chicken. Do you like Church's chicken or KFC?
I neither.
Or Popeyes. Or is there another one that I'm forgetting?
If I had to go to a fast food fried chicken, I would go to Jollibee.
I've never been there.
You've never been to Jollibee? Fuck. It's great. They give you gravy on the side. Like with the fried chicken.
You're such a fat ass. That's your selling point and your pitch to me. You're like, dude.
They give you a little bit of gravy on the side. It's great.
It's just a funny selling point.
They charge extra for fucking KFC. You have to buy your own gravy.
They're like, do you want some gravy on the side? You're like, don't worry, I brought my own. You fucking no, thank you. I brought my own. You're not tricking me this time.
Yeah, I like Jollibee. as far as like fast food fried chicken.
Okay, if Jollibee, I don't know Jollibee, so pick between Church's, Popeyes, and KFC.
I guess KFC, because I haven't had Church's in like 20 years, and then and Popeyes sucks.
I just had the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Fire. It's pretty good. I saw why people were killing each other over it.
It was I would call that sandwich acceptable.
I would call it. I was really hungry, and it was pretty good.
Like I had it.
Gave me way too many fries.
I like the fries. I like Popeyes fries.
I liked them. They were good. Just like it was like 2 massive potatoes worth of fries, and I already had a big ass fucking chicken sandwich.
Like I've had the sandwich one time, and then like that was enough. Like I won't ever.
This is acceptable.
Yeah. Like
they didn't give me any gravy on the side.
They didn't even offer it to me. That was the
You're like, you're really not even gonna offer me gravy? They're like, you got a chicken sandwich, man. What do you need gravy for?
to dip it, obviously.
That's disgusting and genius.
No, did you know that there's a I don't know why you would know this, but there's a restaurant in London that that serves you a cheeseburger and they drizzled with gravy. So like they serve it to you on the plate, and then they just get a cup of gravy and then just pour it on top, and then you have to eat it like that.
Why can't I just have it on the side?
You can ask. I don't know. I've never been.
Like they put it there
in London.
They're like, here's your sandwich and here's the gravy, and I'm like, okay, that looks great, and then they just pour it on top. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what if I wasn't ready for all that commitment? That's such a huge commitment, isn't it?
It is, but if you're going to that restaurant, I feel like you're committed to that concept.
That's true. I guess okay, well, what if you just live there and you're like, oh, let's try this place out, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'll get this like gravy burger. That sounds pretty good. And they just dump a fuckload of gravy.
And you're like, what the fuck? Well, hear me out.
Okay.
What's your take on French dip sandwiches?
I like them.
Do you dip them or do you eat them wet?
I dip them.
You dip them?
Yeah, I'm a dipper.
You're a dipper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little dipper.
Little dipper, yeah. My street name.
Yeah, so I feel like it's the same concept. Like there's some people that like a wet sandwich and they just like dip the entire sandwich so the bread is all soggy and they eat it like that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, just gravy.
See, I don't mind that because that makes sense to me. But to me, it makes sense to dip it because of the fact that you're not eating the whole, you're holding it. So why would you get the whole burger and fucking dunk it and then have to pick it up and then your hands are all covered in this meat juice or gravy or whatever fucking bullshit they have you dunking it in, and then you're eating it, so by the time you're getting to the end, it's just like eating wet napkins and fucking bullshit. Like I want to be able to hold it like a fucking man, not like a little child. Dunk it, and then now that piece that I'm about to bite, soaked. Sorry for getting so intense. What is this dude? Is he skating?
Oh shit!
I thought he was standing still. Like we were far enough away where I couldn't tell that he was moving. He was going in a straight line. Anyway,
he's a coyote.
Oh yeah.
The bad kind, the one that smuggles people.
That sucks. But yeah, like to me that makes so much more sense to get some like a burger, the piece that you're going to bite, dip that, and then like you bite into that, and then now the rest of the what is it called, the something of your burger, like not the foundation, the
structural integrity.
Yeah, the structural integrity of the rest of the burger is still intact, but that one piece is like the one piece you were going to bite was like soaked. Its integrity was compromised, but that's okay because it was planned. It's like a planned demolition, right?
Right.
So it's set up. Okay, we're gonna break down this part of the building, pop it, drops. But what if you're like, okay, we're gonna destroy this whole building, but we have to do it in chunks. But we're gonna put explosives through the entire building. Why would you do that? Like, why would you rig it to... I guess that doesn't make much sense. I guess it's a bad comparison. But you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I like Church's Chicken a lot. When I eat fried chicken, the juice that I think about is like something super sweet.
We're talking about Church's Chicken.
The only reason I remembered that is because as I was talking about, my mouth was talking about explosives in a building, my mind was like, what are you doing?
Like, I thought I was thinking about it, like explosion of flavor equals Church's Chicken.
My mind was like, hey, what are you talking about? That's why I was like, this is a bad comparison. My mind's like, no shit, this is a bad comparison. What were you talking about?
Anyway,
I always get
Church's Chicken.
I get, dude, the macaroni from KFC, trash. Macaroni from KFC is like if you just got orange flavorless powder and mixed it with cold tap water and put it in like fucked up macaroni shells.
That's probably what it is.
That's all it is. It tastes like garbage tap water.
What about Church's Chicken?
Tastes like way better tap water. But they have baked mac and cheese. Fuego. It burned my mouth, fuego. It's just fucking top notch. Top notch stuff. Chicken's pretty good. I like the chicken tenders. I'm usually not kind of a chicken tender kind of guy, mostly because I'm not a child. Okay? But occasionally I like to indulge in some tender action. Sometimes I can be tender myself, you know?
Side question.
Okay.
Are boneless chicken wings, or are they just chicken tenders?
They're chicken nuggets.
They're nuggets.
Because a nugget is like a little... If you think of a nugget, if I told you on paper draw a nugget, you would just draw like a little fucking craggly little circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like a nugget.
I would draw a little poop.
Yeah. So like a nugget. You look at it. If I showed you a boneless wing, and I didn't tell you what it was, you might say it was a boneless wing, but you would look at it. If I had to tell you, like, is this a strip, a chicken tender, or a chicken nugget? If I gave you those two options, chicken tender or chicken nugget, what would you say?
I would say it's a chicken nugget.
That's what I would say. Because that's what they are. They're nuggets. They're chicken nuggets. They're not. There's no such thing as boneless wings. Or else how would birds fly? There you go. There you go, scientists. Is another one. That's another free one for the scientists. They're like, fuck, these dudes are killing it tonight. These dudes are really answering, like, they're solving, like, God's questions. Like, the questions God himself asks.
He was like, fuck, how do I make birds not fly?
What?
I couldn't think of the question.
Yeah, I think you kind of missed the whole point. But that's okay, man. That's what I'm here for.
But anyway,
they're not. There's no way. I personally, wings over boneless wings, 100%. But sometimes, like Wingstop has Monday and Tuesday they have like the 60-cent wings.
I haven't been to Wingstop in so long.
I was there the other day, and normally, even if I go on those days, I went on Monday, and it's 60-cent wings for boneless wings. Normally, even when I go in, I'll still just get traditional wings because they're just better. I think they're better. They are better. They're different, but they're better. And but that day I got the boneless wings. I got like fucking 20 of them for like $12.
What?
Shit, boy.
I don't know. See,
they were good. They were really good. There's just that they were nuggets. They were just they're chicken tenders split up, like chopped up into smaller pieces. They're nuggets.
Into smaller nuggets?
Yeah, like yeah, good one. But yeah, I'd say they're closer to nuggets than tenders. But they're basically just tenders chopped up into nugget size. But who fucking cares? But they're not boneless wings. They're fucking nuggets. Yeah, shit. Was that the end of your question?
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to know what your take was on nuggets. or I'm sorry, on boneless chicken wings, and how they're not boneless chicken wings at all. They're just chicken tenders, chicken nuggets.
They're just they're a fucking lie, is what they are.
They're chicken nuggets. Did you know that McDonald's has spicy chicken nuggets right now?
Yeah, I was actually just gonna bring that up too because I tried them.
Are they good? I haven't tried them.
Fuego!
Wow.
They're pretty good. They also had this like.
Do they still taste like just regular? Like, do they look and taste like just regular chicken nuggets?
They're red.
Really?
Yeah. That's how fucking hot they are, bro. Red hot, bro.
They can't be spicy. Like, McDonald's wouldn't do like a spicy food.
They're not like that spicy. They're way spicier than the regular nuggets, which aren't spicy at all. So like it's like the original nuggets are
they're spicier than nothing. Like,
yeah, exactly. Okay. So like the original ones are a 0 on the spice index.
What would you rank the spicy chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Maybe like okay, let's say on the scale of what? Like what's a 10? Like, would it be like a raw Carolina Reaper?
No.
Because I was like, that's a big jump.
Like on like an actual like edible scale, like
a tender, like how about like a chicken nugget scale, or like up to like wings, like an extra hot.
Yeah, like
wings.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would be just
like on
wings
this
covered in fucking ghost pepper or Carolina Reaper sauce.
No, like let's say on the scale of like a
like fast food spicy food.
like a 0 would be like a normal chicken nugget, and then like a 10 would be like the habanero sauce like Wingstop, or like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Like hot to the point where it's now like difficult to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like it's not impossible. It's not a challenge. It's just like spicy food. Like I would say maybe habanero is probably like in that range.
Yeah, it's now getting to the point where you can't like comfortable. Like not everyone would get it and eat it comfortably.
Yeah.
I think anyone could eat, even if they're not like a spice. Like if they don't have a high tolerance for spicy food. I think they could eat it and be like, oh, it's not that hot. So I would say maybe like a 4. 4? Yeah, like they're not hot, but the thing is, they're not hot on their own. They've got like a kick to them. They're pretty good. I'd say anyone who doesn't eat spicy food can eat them and be like, oh yeah, they're pretty spicy, and still be okay. But they do have like a mighty spicy sauce or something. And
is that like part of the promotion?
Yeah, like they have the spicy nuggets, and they have like this extra mighty spicy sauce, whatever it is. And I don't know if it was just the sauce on its own, but I ate the nuggets with that spicy sauce, and it brought it up to like, I want to say like a 7.
Really?
Like a 10 being like a 10 being like mango, like something like habanero, like chicken or something.
Like you felt it in your lips.
Yeah, like it was actually spicy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it was, which was surprising. But the thing is, every subsequent time after that first time, they've run out of the mighty sauce. I think it's because it's significantly spicier than like the buffalo sauce. Significantly spicier.
Yeah, the McDonald's like buffalo sauce is just more like tangy than anything.
Yeah, so it's significantly spicier, and I think people really like that because there's a lot of people that go there that like spicy food.
Yeah.
So they're getting it with it, and like they're just getting bought out. Like I've gone, like I think I went the first time, got it. I was like, these are amazing, and the sauce is really good. And then I went back like 2 more times, like eventually, like over time, and I didn't get it again. They had the nuggets, but they didn't have no sauce. That's no sauce for old Greg.
They had like a long time ago. They had a habanero cream sauce that you could get with your nuggets. Oh, fuck, that shit was so good.
I feel like I remember that.
It was like, I would say it's probably like a 7 as well, like in the spicy scale.
Christ.
But it was like they had like manufactured it to be like more like a just like a little cream sauce, almost like ranch. So you could use it to like dip your nuggets, or like at the time they had a wrap. So you can get like either like a grilled chicken or like one of the like big fried chicken fillets, and like they'll cut it up and then like put it inside the wrap, and then like you could put it in, you could put that habanero sauce inside the wrap, and like they would put like little like crunchy tortilla chips inside of it. Fuck, that shit was like the best thing I've ever eaten.
Do you think you could convince everyone that you know that you're getting, like, you're trying to become a rapper?
I'm trying to become a rapper.
Yeah.
Like Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah. Because you kept saying rap right now, and I was like, you should be a rapper. Do you think, like, if you started, let's just say someone started like making beats, and they're like it was, let's say me, you, and someone else was in on it, and like someone was making beats and I was writing it out, and we were like, okay, this is how you're gonna rap it. So you would hear it and you would know how to rap it, and then we would be putting out little demos of stuff. Do you think anyone would be like, oh fuck, it's crazy, Oscar's becoming a rapper? Or do you think everyone would be like, this is a fucking joke?
I feel like people would believe me.
Yeah. What?
I feel like people would be like,
do you think people would be like, this is fucking hot? He's dropping some bars.
I feel like it'd be so out of left field that people would be like, oh shit, he's doing it for real.
Yeah, like
he
he's really going for it.
He wouldn't like this is so outside of what he knows that that he wouldn't be able to make.
Oh fuck!
It's just a guy in a, what is that?
That dude almost.
Is that the same dude?
He almost hit this dude on the bike.
Oh, no, that's a bike.
Biker dude. Tweakers, fucking Edgar on a sick one.
I was gonna say, yeah, but people would be like so captivated by my sweet raps.
Weird way to put it, but yeah.
Sweet dulcet tones.
Yeah.
They would like, and the fact that I wouldn't change anything about my like presentation. I would still just wear like hoodies and hiking shoes and
you should change your look like in the complete opposite direction. Like just go full goth, but then be like a hard rapper.
Like Suicide Boys.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Damn
it. It's been done.
Damn it. That was the first thing that came to mind, and then I'm like, oh, it's just like the complete opposite of it, and then it turns out it's been done. Oh look,
It's become 24 hours. Didn't get it.
No, they're closed. Maybe we'll find another one.
Actually, I don't. Oh, I actually don't want to eat anything, and it just reminded me. I was telling a story earlier about me getting drunk.
Oh shit! How did that happen?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Something about church's chicken. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got drunk yesterday for the first time in a long time, and it just ruined my stomach. Like I can't go to the restroom properly.
Still? When was? Oh, it was yesterday.
Well, yesterday. So today has been a whole ordeal going to the restroom, and it stopped now. But I was so gassy.
It has stopped now, thankfully.
I was so gassy and I couldn't do anything about it. And it was like, and I know that the only reason that happened is because I drank, because like there was nothing out of the ordinary that day except me drinking, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Like my insides are just like destroyed.
Jesus Christ. It's a whole new level of like shock to me when you say certain things and I don't have a joke to follow it up, or I don't have anything to capitalize off of, and that's all I can say is like I just react and I'm like that's it. Like I don't have any joke. I don't have anything.
It's not funny, Greg. It hurts. But yeah, it's I don't know what it is. I don't like. It's strange to me because like I feel like if I look back on it, like that's always happened. Like I've always gotten stomach issues when I drink and get like really drunk. But like when I was younger, I used to just brush it off. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll like, I would throw up, no big deal. Like I'd be like, I would just, brush it off, like do it, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm fine. Or like maybe the next day I would have like a stomach ache, and the same thing would happen, and then I would just kind of brush it off. But now, like that, like I can do it freely and I can do it whenever I want. Like I do not want to do it because it'll just like wreck my insides.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking White Claws.
Oh. Do you burp a lot when you drink? Like if you drink like beer, well not beer, but
No, actually, I don't.
It's coming out the other end next day.
Oh no! Is that what it is?
Yep. You know why? Well, I don't know. Scientists, you cannot. I can't chalk that one up yet. I have to check the facts.
Check some stats and figures.
Yeah, because that one I don't know. But I also have the same problem. Not to an extent like where I'm, where like I feel like. Well, I mean, sometimes I get hungover. But if I'm drinking, I don't really drink White Claw because I'm not a pussy or a girl.
See, that's the thing. Like I got drunk and I didn't wake up hungover. The only thing, I woke up like a little tired, but like whatever. Like
you were drinking.
Yeah, like I was drinking. Like, but I didn't wake up hungover. I didn't have like a headache or like my body felt like shit. Like the usual symptoms of like a hangover. Like I didn't have any of that. I woke up just fine, but my stomach was like just giving me a hard time the whole day.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, when I drink beer, I don't burp. I don't know why, but whenever I'm drinking, like unless I like completely down a beer, like if I shotgun a beer or if I like just pound a beer, then immediately after, like when I put the can down, I burp, and that's it. But normally I don't do that. Like I'm just drinking my beer like through the night, and I don't burp as much as I guess I should be because of the fact that I have a bunch of gas inside of me now. But the next, if I drink a lot, like a lot of beer, the next day, it's like a fucking, like emptying a blimp.
Oh shit, it's like a mortician concert? Like,
what?
It's all double bass all day.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Weird reference, but yeah, that makes sense.
Anyone that knows mortician would know that I'm right.
Yeah, no, I get it, but that's not what I didn't even get it at first. My bad. But yeah, that's the thing. Like that's what I chalked it up as, and that's what makes sense to me. Is that like as I'm going through the night, I'm not burping, and I've noticed it because I'm like every morning after I drink beer, I fart a lot, like all day. Like the next day, it's like a ridiculous amount. And it's just like sometimes it doesn't even smell like anything. It's almost like it's just air,
all air, yeah.
like coming out. And I don't drink White Claws only because whenever, I don't know why, whenever I drink White Claws I get really sleepy. Like after like I will get sleepy before I get buzzed from White Claws. So
I mean they are pretty light. I had a few.
No, it's not that I'm like it takes me so many to drink. No. It's that like the effects of drinking it causes me to become sleepy.
Does that happen with wine, or is it just like with White Claws?
No, it's just like from what I've noticed, just White Claw. Like if I try to get drunk off White Claws, I end up getting sleepy. Like I'll drink like 5 or 6 of them, where normally I might be feeling like a buzz. I also have a pretty high tolerance, so I'll drink like 6 of them. And where normally I would start to feel kind of buzzed, I just feel exhausted, and I suddenly like feel sleepy and tired, and I'm like, oh fuck, can't even keep my eyes open now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's happened like 2 times, and since then I stopped drinking them. So maybe it was like a fluke, or like 2 flukes. But since then I stopped drinking them because I can't stay up all night and drink. Whereas like beer, I could drink beer all night and it'd be fine. But the next day, because when I drink, like if I'll drink liquor, when I wake up the next day, I usually have a pretty bad hangover. Liquor makes me more sick than beer does. So when I wake up, I usually have a hangover, and I'll feel like queasy. And when I drink beer, I usually wake up feeling pretty fine, but I have fucking gas all day. So if I go to work, I'm like, crop dusting the whole fucking store, crop dusting people in the back. It gets pretty crazy. But that's my theory, is fucking, like, all that gas is like
coming out the other end.
Yeah, like the next day, like it's fermenting inside. And
oh god,
coming out the other end the next day.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You know what? I'm gonna chalk it up. Scientists,
write this one down too. Scientists, you're fucking 3 for 3 tonight, man.
Woo.
This shit's crazy. Like, what are they even doing?
Wasting my fucking tax dollars. That's what.
You know what? Donald Trump was right. Science is fucking stupid. Science is stupid, and anyone could do it, and anyone could figure it out.
You don't even have to go to college. I did it.
Neither did I. Actually, we did go to college. We dropped out.
I didn't drop out. I'm gonna get back to it.
It's been like 45 years.
That's what I would keep telling my parents. But whatever.
Yeah.
But
they know.
Yeah.
You're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Everything that I did in college.
So my dad always asked me, like, "Hey, do you need money?" And I'm like, "No, I have a stable job. Like, I'm fine." He's like, "Are you sure?" I know you dropped out of college.
I know you dropped out of college, you fucking loser.
And I was like, I have a great job. Like,
yeah, it sounds like something a fucking loser dropout would say. You're like, okay, thanks, Dad.
Like, what do you mean? I have health insurance. I have a retirement fund. Like, what do you want from me?
I want you to go back to college. This again.
Like, I don't have any debt right now. Like, I'm doing really well.
I get it, Oscar. Because I have literally none of those things that you said. Or all of those things, if they're bad things. Like the debt, all of it. The good things, none of it.
I'm always scared of having debt.
Why? It builds character.
No, what, how? No.
I don't know, I just have a fuck ton of debt. Like, that's all I can really...
having debt, the only debt that I have is because of my cat.
Oh yeah.
Cool. My cat owes me $4,000.
What a dick.
That's like my biggest. It's probably the biggest thing. It's just my cat owes me a lot of money. But
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're probably not gonna get the money out of him.
He's doing pretty well. He's paid at least half of it now.
That's good. Good for him. He's paying it in cuddles.
He's paying it in fucking
cash, dude. Fucking cash.
Cold hard cash.
Yeah, the fuck cuddles, man. That doesn't pay for my bills.
Like, you're thinking,
do you go try to pay for my phone and then I'm like, I got cuddles. And the guy's like, all right, let's go to the back.
No, I have $150 cash. Fucking pay me, cat.
That's good.
And
what's one thing that you remember that you learned, like, that stuck with you from college?
From college?
Yeah.
Not to wear sandals.
Why is that, Oscar?
Because when you wear sandals, people make fun of you, and they step on your and they step on your toes.
I sure did. I sure did.
That was a big lesson I learned in college.
I don't think I've seen you wearing sandals since college.
I don't own sandals, and never will, because of that reason.
I think I think maybe the closest I've seen, or the only time I've probably seen you barefoot, is when I go to your house. I think there's been a couple times I spent the night, and you get up and you're just in a t-shirt and underwear. Like, that's it. So I've seen your feet, and then that's it. Like, then before college, like in high school, that was the last time.
I also wore sandals in high school, but that was different because no one made fun of me in high school. At least not to my face.
You thought about that real quick. You're like, maybe
they
people...
probably did fuck for me.
Yeah, they just...
But in high school, I had a lot of like odd footwear choices. Like I would wear slippers,
or
sandals,
not shoes,
or just not shoes in general.
Yeah.
Like I would walk around barefoot all the time.
You'd kick your shoes off all the time.
And like I don't know why. I just didn't like to wear shoes.
I love wearing shoes.
It felt constricting. I was like, man, I just want to let my toes air out. But
I think I'm too rambunctious to not have shoes on. So I'm so used to having shoes on, and also when I, just because I don't know what I'm gonna do or get myself fucking into. So it's better if I have shoes on. But also when I was a little kid, I stepped on a toothpick one time.
Oh, dude, that happened to me too.
Really?
Yeah, I stepped on a toothpick when I was like 11.
I was 11 too.
You were the toothpick.
It's like I was trying to send you like a gag, like mentally. I don't think you got it.
No, I didn't.
The place is called Ligma Legal.
Cool. Yeah, I did. I stepped on. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
I stepped on a toothpick when I was a kid, and it went like the ball of my foot, like just like in the back. It just like went like probably like a good half of it went inside my foot.
I remember I think it was like the weekend or something, because I was at home in the morning.
My mom just pulled that shit out with pliers.
My mom just pulled it out with her hand.
Oh.
Where I was walking, and I think I was just dragging my feet, and it was, I think I got caught up, like, sometimes when you have like flooring in different parts of the house, it's like there's like a little lift. I think the toothpick was right there, and I went like that and dragged my foot like across, and the toothpick was like that, and went and slid straight into my foot like at an angle, and I went, ah! My mom came out of her room and she's like, wait. I'm like, I stepped on a toothpick, and she grabbed my foot and fucking ripped that shit out.
That's crazy. I didn't have a reaction. I was just like, what just happened? And I looked at it and
Are you a fucking robot? What is this that I'm feeling?
I feel like I was in so much shock that I didn't like process it right away, because I was like,
oh,
is that inside of me right now? Like,
I'm gonna get that audio clip and use that forever. Oh shit!
Damn it.
Okay, well, I'm ready to stretch my legs for a second before we get our bearings straight.
There's a check cash in place coming up on the street.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, then I'll tell you what. One of the things that I learned in college was how to smoke hash rocks.
Really?
Without a pipe. Where when I was younger, I was a little punker, had patches and a bunch of shit in my backpack. So I was in college. I had a bunch of patches with like safety pins everywhere, so everything was safety pinned in. And this dude that I had class with, he told me, like, I have hash rocks if you want to try smoking it. There's an island. Go around. Jesus Christ. He's like, I have hash rocks if you want to try smoking it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And he's like, okay, well, do you have like a piece or anything? I don't have anything with me. I'm like, no, I don't have anything. And he goes, let me see. I think we're sitting down already. So I had my backpack down. And he's like, could I use, like, do you mind if I use one of your safety pins? Like, I guess. So he took off 2 safety pins from my backpack. And he's like, so look, all you do, and he had like a little capsule and had rocks in them. So all you do, you get it, and you pierce it onto the safety pin, and he's like, and you're gonna hold it and light it and like just smoke it like that. So like we would hold it and just light it like that, light it and cover it, and he's like, then it's gonna start to heat up and start smoking, and you just inhale the smoke as it's like smoking off. And I'm like, okay. So he started doing it. He had the little safety pin like that. He lit it, and it started smoking. And he was going, I'm blowing it out. I'm like, whoa, this is trippy. And then he's like, here, and he gave me one of the safety pins. He gave me a rock. Smoking it, and that's the only time. Oh, never mind. But I was gonna say that's the only time I've ever smoked rocks. But I remember that time I was always really into smoking rocks. But that's what he showed me how to do, and then I remember doing that, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. Like I got super high, and I would hang out with him like in between classes, and we actually took the same bus home, or like to the same area, and I think he would transfer somewhere else. So he, like, we would hang out and we'd smoke, and then we had taken the bus one time, and right as we got off, and there was like a Burger King, and when we got off, we went in. I was like, I gotta wait for my mom still. She's gonna pick me up. And he's like, oh yeah, I gotta wait for my, like, the other bus transfers. It's gonna take like an hour. So he's like, I'll wait with you here. We could go wait inside a Burger King. So we got like drinks, and then we sat in a booth, and he's like, do you want some meth? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know how to be more clear on that. Like, do you want to try some meth? He's like, I have meth with me if you want to try some. I was like, I don't know, I've never done it. Like, or where would we go to, like, smoke it? Like, I don't know what you would do, or like, I don't know how to do it.
We're eating right here, right now, with this bus stop.
No, we were inside Burger King, in a booth, in a Burger King, fucking empty Burger King. And he's like,
I checked out. I thought you were still at the bus stop.
No. he's like, oh, we're gonna do it right here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, we can't smoke in here. And he's like, no, we're just gonna snort it. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I appreciate the offer. I really do. That's super kind of you. You know, I'm sure like that's not something that a lot of people that do meth are like, hey, do you want some of my meth? Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are like pretty like, you know, they want it for themselves. So I was like, you can do it though. I don't mind it. He's like, okay, cool. So he gets a little baggie, and he just like scoops some of it out, and he just starts snorting it in the Burger King, like in the fucking. I thought he's like, I'm gonna do something. I was like, okay, so I'm expecting him to get up,
go to the bathroom. Or something? Yeah,
do something like that's not sitting in the booth and snorting meth. But he's like, he starts snorting it and just doing it, and I see like rocks inside of his nose, and he's just like putting his head back and tapping his nose, and he's like. And I'm like, how do you feel, man? He's like, you know the trick to not getting addicted to this stuff? You gotta do it. Yeah, like that's all it was. And he's like, the thing is, you can't make a pattern. If you start making a pattern to it, then your mind knows that's how you get addicted. Because you're expecting, he's like, let's say you do it every morning. A lot of people try to do it every morning. And the thing is, it screws you up. Because you start to think that your body wakes up, and then you're like, I need a hit. I need to get my day going. That's how people get addicted to it. And he's like, so I do it randomly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like your mind starts to think like, I need to do it. Or if you do it like, you know, midday or before you work out, you know, you do it at a certain time consistently, then your mind starts to rely on it, and it starts to become dependent on it. So I just do it randomly, so I never get addicted to it. And he was going, I just kept snorting meth in the fucking booth, and I'm like, okay, man, like that's super cool. I don't know what happened to that guy. I stopped seeing him in class, but
probably got addicted to meth.
Honestly, yeah. Like, there was a huge hole in his logic, and it was just that he was snorting meth.
Yeah. All right, that's this Asian check cash place that sells boba. I don't know if it's open. It's 2 a.m. But let's go check it out.
What's up?
If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking and we're getting on high. If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking.